All right, thanks for that, Danny. Well, as we keep saying, it's hard to believe summer is ending and school already back. Greenland has the first bell of the year with festivities kicking off today.
Yeah, let's check in with 5 News reporter Claire Everbach, taking a look at what's happening this morning. Hey, Claire.
Good morning, Joe. Tiffany, I've spoken with a few teachers and the superintendent here at Greenland, and they certainly are very excited for students and parents to return to campus. Staff returned last week. They had a special celebration on Friday to kick off their theme this year, which is Ready, Set, Glow. And today, the festivities kick off around noon. It's going to be a back-to-school celebration for students and parents to meet staff. The rest of the week will include meetings and orientation before instruction officially begins on Friday. Superintendent Dr. Andrea Martin says her goal going into the school year is to make sure that every student has the tools they need to succeed. That's why over the summer, the district provided free meals and school supplies for any family who needed them.
Nearly 600 and plus families and kids have been serviced by that, which equates to, 60,000 meals that we've done. I hope that's been beneficial to families in our community and just, again, lessening that gap. No food insecurity over the summer and healthy and ready to learn when they return.
The district says that this week is all about making sure that students and parents are ready for a new school year and that students are prepared to learn. They have a few final days to sleep in because the festivities don't really start until midday this week. Classes officially begin on Friday, and that's also when bus routes officially begin. Live in Greenland, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
All right, thanks, Claire. Nothing like a little festivity party to get the school year started.
Yeah, that's my kind of syllabus day.
Like that. All right, let's take a look at some other schools that will be back to school soon. Thursday, you got Cameron, Poto, and Spiro. Springdale on the 10th. Tuesday, the 11th, school districts like Fayetteville and Bentonville are heading back, and then Fort Smith will be on the 12th, along with Rogers and Van Buren.
Well, we have a full list of the first day of school dates around our area. Just text first day to 479-785-5000, that number right there on your screen, and we'll send you a link to our website.
Well, the Fort Smith Museum of History originally opened back in 1910. It's undergone a $5 million restoration project to preserve their building for future generations.
Crews have replaced more than 60 windows, restored the building's decorative cornice, and upgraded the HVAC system. Now, future phases will include brick repairs, a new roof, and expanding exhibit space inside, including a revamped basement.
Finishing out the basement, or at least a part of it, will give us a community space, a conference room, and a classroom for children.
So far, the museum has raised about $1 million towards its $5 million goal.
Wait, Tawnytown tradition returning this week.
Who doesn't love Grape Fest? It's the 127th annual one. It will run Tuesday through Saturday. The carnival will be open from 5 to 11 most nights. The spaghetti dinners will be served starting on Thursday.
All right, you even got the grape stomps happening and the arts and crafts fair, so definitely don't miss out.
Well, this week, the Fayetteville City Council will consider establishing a Black historic district.
Yeah, city records show that streets like North Willow and Washington Avenue were home to some of Fayetteville's earliest racially diverse neighborhoods. Black families, business owners, and community leaders lived and worked there. Council member DeAndre Jones says that the designation would provide both recognition and protection for an area rich in Black cultural history. At Tuesday's meeting, the council will also consider establishing another historic district in South Fayetteville, associated with the labor history of working class Fayetteville.
Well, in a developing story, Arkansas State Representative Austin McCollum has been released from jail on a $10,000 bond just a day after his arrest in Benton County.
Yeah, we're learning more details about what investigators say happened during the arrest. According to an affidavit, the sheriff's office responded to a reported physical disturbance Saturday after midnight. Investigators say McCullen and his wife were arguing when he allegedly began throwing objects at her.
According to the affidavit, McCollum is accused of punching her in the face as she tried to leave, throwing her to the ground, and repeatedly slamming her head against the floor. Investigators say others in the home separated the two and called 911. He was arrested for false imprisonment, aggravated assault, and domestic battery.
Now, McCollum recently won the Republican primary for Benton County judge with no Democratic or independent candidate as a running mate. He was likely to take the seat. Now, he wasn't endorsed by multiple county and state officials, including the governor, who have since called for him to resign from office in the race. McCollum was ordered to have no contact with his wife. The sheriff's office confirming that he is expected back in court on September 8th. Now, we're also learning that authorities are investigating after a body was found in the Arkansas River near Dardanelle Sunday afternoon.
Police say officers responded around 12:30 p.m. to a report of a man's body floating in the river just downstream from the Dardanelle Lock and Dam. The body has been recovered and brought to shore. Now, because the discovery was outside of Dardanelle city limits, the Yale County Sheriff's Office has taken over the investigation.